vegan side effect, better body smell.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visite suprememastertv.com/schedule.
저희 방송은 다양한 언어를 제공합니다. 다음을 참고하세요. suprememastertv.com/schedule.
When I was in the Himalaya in India, I didn't have much money. I had to stretch my money very long. So I didn't know how long I would stay there. Sometimes I just ate chapati and peanut butter. And chapati I made myself too. It's even cheaper than buying it.
The Real Love, a musical that unites hearts, part 19 of multi-part series. Please continue watching to find out more.
Ahlan wa sahlan. That means welcome in Arabic, one of the official languages in Kuwait. I'm Haya. The compassionate people of Kuwait wish you spiritual upliftment and peace. May God Almighty bless you abundantly so that you have more love for all beings. On August 27, 2011, over 3,000 dignitaries, celebrities, and members of the general public gathered at the prestigious Pasadena Civic Center in Pasadena, California, USA, to attend the global premiere of a special musical, The Real Love. This Broadway Hollywood-style production was brought together by the two-time Oscar-winning composer and lyricist Al Kasha, with great admiration for Supreme Master Ching Hai and her poems. Mr. Kasha invited world-class artists to take part in the show, using Master's touching poems as lyrics for the musical. Providing a glimpse of Master's real-life story in her youth. The Real Love will leave you deeply moved by the extraordinary sacrifices our beloved Supreme Master Ching Hai has made in order to search for the spiritual truth to uplift humankind. Among the many stars were the award-winning actress Joanna Ampel, Tony winners
Daisy Egan and Katie Huffman,
and Tony nominees Adam Pascal and Robert Torti. The legendary American singer-songwriter Don McLean also graced the stage, performing his greatest hits, such as American Pie and I Love You So, Vincent, Starry Starry Night, and more. This star-studded show was broadcast live globally and hosted by Veg actors Grant Alexander, Eileen Hendricks, Christine Power, Haley Mary Norman, and Ed Begley Jr. Joining remotely online was the guest of honor, Supreme Master Ching Hai. Now, with great honor, we invite you to experience the magic of the real love through our series of programs. Let's continue with part 19. In this episode, we will continue the after-event panel discussion held by actress and comedian Deborah Wilson, actor Billy McNamara, entertainment reporter and TV host Brandy Williams, and ultra-endurance athlete and attorney Rich Roll. The four hosts delve into the extensive global media coverage of the musical, the behind-the-scenes stories, the exclusive interviews with the artists involved, and more.
Not that I have magical power, but I could see through the walls and the roof. Thousands of holes in everywhere. I call it 5,000-star hotel. And it was pretty cheap, yeah. It was in one of the houses, the mud houses that I stayed. Most of the time I climb up the roof to sleep. We didn't have a staircase, huh? You have to kind of climb the wall with your finger and because the wall is mud anyhow. Often the scorpions came up to the roof like me, doing yoga exercise and then meditation, like big deal. In the morning when I woke up and said, "Ooh, what is that?" And he raised his head and said, "It's me." It's me, Scorpio. Before my ex-husband came, there was another friend who came. He brought there with the trend like survival into 24th centuries, things like that. With raw food, sprouts and wheat germs. And he said, "Oh, I don't have anywhere to go." So I said to him, "You can use my room until you have next room. I don't sleep here, and daytime I'm gone, and nighttime I sleep in the roof."
Klaus, how can I make you understand what I mean when I say I absolutely adore you? And I'm going to keep sleeping on the roof. In any case, it will soon be time for me to be pressing on.
My ex-husband went to India to find me. Meanwhile, he was miserable, and they tried to tell him that, you should not worry about your wife. You should worry about your soul, And at that time, he already knew that I was in Rishikesh. Yeah? So he said to them, my soul is in Rishikesh. And then the next morning, probably my ex-husband came. Okay? But I said to him, "Well, this is the last day of my 7 days retreat in the middle of the Ganges River. So would you please wait for me until the evening and I come back?" But that day, I couldn't go by boat. There was so much wind and rain. The Ganges water became like an ocean. So I had to turn around and walk many miles upstream. It was about 7 o'clock or more when I reached my place. But my husband already gone. I found my friend. I recognized there was a movie camera that was belonged to me before I left him. And I said, "What was that?" He said, "Oh, he gave me this movie's camera. Your husband asked me where do I stay. I said, I stay here." In your room. And sleep in your bed.
Rolf? Here? When?
Oh, just now.
Well, where is he?
No, he left. I sent him away.
What?
Okay, he left. He was pretty angry.
But why?
Because we're living together?
That's ridiculous. Did you tell him the truth, that I sleep on the roof and you're here temporarily until you find your own hut? Which way did he go, Klaus?
That way. No, wait. That way.
I ran to the bus stop to find him, but then he was gone. He left and I came, just like those sad romantic movies. I went to the post office and tried to call him, but to call Delhi from there is like you contact the moon or Mars, Just hello, and then boop, cut. Finally, I got through the message. "You misunderstood. Please come back immediately." And I waited and waited and waited. I didn't see any reply. A few days later, I left. I went to further higher region to go to visit those, like Ganges Tree And then suddenly, there were two big hands behind me, cover my face like this. And I was struggling to get free. And there was a voice, very familiar. Happy birthday. And I turned around, there he was, my husband. We had the same birthday. Yeah. So I said, okay, happy birthday to you. And then we traveled together up there. I didn't have to explain anymore because he knew.
Do not forget our memory, for love is the one and only.
Who says the world is ephemeral? When we are together, it's eternal. Dream and life merge in unison when our souls are one.
When I was in the Himalaya in India, I didn't have much money. I had to stretch my money very long. So I didn't know how long I would stay there. Sometimes I just ate chapati and peanut butter. And chapati I made myself too. It's even cheaper than buying it. I lived through like that many, many months. Sometimes I ate only raw food. If I went to high altitude, the air is too thin or I don't know, can't cook. You can, but it takes half a day to boil a little, 2 centimeters of water. It's okay. Even in winter, you can pick some of the herbs, some of the wild plants in the Himalaya, and can eat them. As you know, I didn't even have a tent. Can you imagine in the Himalaya, no tent? I couldn't afford to carry so many things. I could hardly carry myself. Where you go, the higher you go, the heavier it becomes. The same luggage became heavier.
Finally, I'll find what I've been searching for. Casting aside riches and comfort and oh, I'll search for God everywhere.
And I was walking all by myself with a stick and with a sleeping bag on the stick. That's all I had, with a pair of Punjab clothes in there. It's like a tunic with the trousers, that's it.
Where's the source of the Ganges? Straight ahead. The temple at Kanari. Straight ahead. The Himalayas peak. Straight ahead. Straight ahead, straight ahead. Is everything straight ahead?
I used to have some kind of plate, to cook chapati or to have rice on it. Later on, I throw it away too. I could not bear even very thin, aluminium-like, very thin and light. I could not have it even. And the spoon, it was made of kind of, a stainless steel, and it was a little bit thick but small. But later then, I threw away also. And the knife, threw away everything. All day long, my feet were wet because my walking shoes were kind of sport shoes like you. And the snow melt inside. And it was always wet and cold. When I opened it at the destination, it was swollen like that. And so cold, I could not even move. It's still there, but I cannot move the toes.
Your door is forever forbidden. Every time I approach, it shuts aloof and cold.
I wasn't equipped. I went all over the place together with the bears and snakes and rattlesnakes, a scorpion and all this. And I had only 2 pairs of clothes, thinner than this. I ran in the Himalaya. I didn't catch cold ever. And the clothes are so wet, they didn't dry. And I didn't have money to buy even wood. I just stand around people who had fire, and hang my clothes with my hands. So a little heat would come, and the clothes would dry quicker, better than nothing. And meanwhile, you keep a little bit warm. They will walk all over 11,000 feet high, 20,000 feet high, sometimes above sea level, just to see the master. Maybe not easy to find. Many people will die on the road because of the landslide, snowstorm, and road damage. Sometimes the whole bus just wash down together with the sudden flush of water or sudden fall of snow, from the mountain. Nobody survived. I went one time with the bus, and the mountain was collapsing in front of us, and then covered our bus. It was very chaotic, About 60 people on the bus, and already the stone falling down. Where can you go now? In front is stone, on top is stone, behind is stone, and under here is a deep cliff, huh? And if you run down there, you become sand, dust. Yes, you cannot even find your bones. Become dust. Truly, it's so deep, So where can you go now? Yeah, and everybody was panicking and tried to open the bus and run out. I say, if you run out, you die. Sit down and repeat your mantra. Pray to your master, whoever it is. So everybody did that, and then suddenly the mountain landslide stopped. It's supposed to rushing down, and it just suddenly stopped. So everybody came and thanked me.
To sit on the riverbank, listening to the sound of water and the birds. I love to sit on the riverbank, looking at the flowing water and hear the songs within. You make my life flowing like the river water. Then tomorrow we'll reach the seashore. I love to sit on the riverbank, remembering the tears in your eyes when you spoke of the suffering in this world.
The lyrics are amazing. The melodies are just hauntingly beautiful. And I think they all capture what they need to capture. It's like Adam's song, that short little snippet with the nurses. They just meet for the first time, and it's like, of course you'd be dancing up and down. It's amazing. It's amazing to dedicate your life to the betterment of everything. We all have people in our lives that are selfless and helpers and this, but I've never met anybody like this. I've never, and I probably won't ever again. Everybody does what they can, and it's just that it seems to me with what I know is that she can and she does. Just for the sole purpose of this is what needs to be done. So it's amazing to me that she does what she does for so many people. I don't think there's accidents in the world when it comes to meetings. Your personal universe or space or whatever is always calling out, and then the universe gives back. So I would just say that I feel very blessed because I think that's the only reason I got here. And I hope I can do it justice, do her words and her life justice. Then she sat down and was about to enjoy her newfound bliss.
But suddenly she looked down, saw those knees were still groveling in darkness.
We had breakfast in Cancun. and she was lovely. Revered as a living deity, she is quite human and very charming, and she's nice to hang with, and I liked her. So seeing her on the film today, she was just delightful. How could she be anything else? She's a sweet, caring. She's the person we portrayed in the musical, and so everybody should know that. For the last month since I've been here, I have been 100% vegan. And you know what? I'm energetic. I have lost nothing by not eating meat products. It's actually pretty good. No headaches, no anything, not an upset stomach.
I got to play music by these incredible composers, and Doug orchestrated such a beautiful piece. I got to play the wood flute and the saxophone and the clarinet, and it was a thrill. I've read her book. I think she's a fascinating person, and it really helped me understand a little bit more where she came from. So it was very real. Actually, I was underneath the stage, so I just peeked out once to see her. She looked beautiful. The event is amazing. It's a 10 out of 10. I have the Supreme Master TV app on my iPhone and my iPad. I love it.
Oh, I thought it was very uplifting and just very kind, and to be recognized by her, it was very moving. So we were all watching downstairs in our dressing rooms, and it touched us all. I just want to say thank you so much for all that you do, and you are such an inspiration, and you're such a good woman, and it was such a pleasure to be a part of this project that is a part of your life. It meant a lot.
I know you've been suffering in golden bonds, longing to be free. I love you as I love myself,
like my love for this great earth, its mountains and rivers.
I bow to you in all of your deep love, but who knows when we will ever meet again.
There was a great story at the end. Maybe we'll cross paths again, maybe not, but each person is on their own unique journey.
The time we spent together, I will always treasure.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, thank you for the inspiration.
Forget us not, for us is all that we have got.
Peaceful viewers, we appreciate your company today for The Real Love, a musical that unites hearts.
Part 19 of a multi-part series. Please join us again next Tuesday, August 3rd for Part 20. Up next is Vegan War Series, the phenomenal global growth of plant-based food alternatives. Part 2 of 2, right after noteworthy news.
May the gods and goddesses lift you up in a happy mood.
Vegan side effect. Can't invite the devil to your house.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/AJAR.